I don't know if you can tell I'm from New Jersey. Thanks, everybody. So my name is Jen, and this is my squad. I just travel with funny, pretty women everywhere I go. So I'm a copywriter, which means I write ads for a living. You know, like headlines, taglines, slogans, that kind of thing. And sometimes just for fun, I like to write realistic taglines that really tell brands what people think. For example, Tesla, a Prius that actually gets you laid. Gatorade, because hangovers. Spirit Airlines, I mean, what were you expecting? Good one. I love horror movies. I'm a huge fan. But yeah, in the past year, I think there's really only one that I would pay full price to see. And that's A Quiet Place. Because I have no idea what that's like coming from an Italian household. My entire childhood, there were people just screaming and fighting. Even our board game nights were like really heated. But I discovered that you could learn a lot about people through the games that they're good at. Take my dad, for example. He's really good at Balderdash and Clue. So he's really good at lying and deceiving people. My mom loves Risk, which would explain why I have so many siblings. Never used a condom, not a day in her life. And my grandpa, he's so good at life, or he was. So sad. I'm on the fence about having kids. I honestly don't know if I want to procreate. But I think if I do have kids, I'm going to name them after the things that I love most in life. Like Molly. Say no to drugs, kids. What was I going to say next? Yeah, I don't have kids, but I do have 2 cats. I love them dearly. Fuck yeah! Cats. I love them so much, but people think because I have these cats that I want a lot of cat paraphernalia, especially my mom. Just any chance she gets, she buys me like cat magnets, cat photo frames, cat jewelry holders, cat socks, blocks of wood that say home is where the cat is. It's gotten so bad that when I bring guys over, they just take one look around and go, I'm gay. Yeah. So I think I'm like a 7 in LA, but I'm a 10 at the dentist. I clean up. I actually, much like one of our previous comedians, I dated a dentist last year, and it was like a really special relationship. Because he would text me late at night, and he'd just be like, girl, what you wearing? And I'd be like, my retainer. We'd meet up, and he'd just be like, open wide. And he was a real gentleman, you know. He never made me swallow. He'd just be like, gargle and spit. Unfortunately, it didn't last, so I'm back on the dating apps. And it's bonkers, guys. There's really a dating app for everybody these days. I mean, I've heard there's even one for people with herpes. But it gets it gets tricky. Because you'll left swipe on someone thinking they're gone for good. No. They always come back. There's also an app for people with HPV. It's called Tinder. You can find me on there. And if the dating apps don't work, you can always go on a reality show. I think yes, there's so many. I think my favorite reality show was this one called Dating Naked. For those who are not, it was such a good show. The premise was that there's a bachelor and a bachelorette. And they're on this island, and they go on date after date after date with naked person after naked person after naked person on pogo sticks, zip lines, just letting everything breathe. And I remember watching it thinking, who would do this? Me, I would. I went on that show. Thank you. My mom was so proud. I was kicked off immediately. My date did not like me very much. And no, it wasn't because of what I look like. It was my personality. Yeah. The second I opened my mouth, it was like game over. Turns out, even with no clothes and a lot of alcohol, guys still don't want to hear you talk about your cats. So it's just like regular dating. Yeah. I was supposed to meet up with this guy the other day, and I really, really wanted to go to this bar that opened up recently in West Hollywood. It's called No More Heroes. So I texted him the name of it, and I didn't hear anything back for a while. He finally texts me back, and he goes, "Is that even possible?" I was really confused. So I look back at my phone. Yep, and apparently, instead of texting him No More Heroes, I said, "No more herpes." On that note, bye guys.